Matt Gaetz, the guy under investigation for human child sex trafficking, has now offered the killer, Kyle Rittenhouse, a job so that your taxpayer dollars can not only pay a potential pedophile, but also a potential murderer, all in the same office. Here's a video.
He is not guilty. He deserves a not guilty verdict, and I sure hope he gets it, because you know what? Kyle Rittenhouse would probably make a pretty good congressional intern. We may reach out to him and see if he'd be interested in helping the country in addition.
Yep, you heard it right. Okay, Representative Matt Gaetz out of Florida, of course, said Wednesday that Kyle Rittenhouse, the teen on trial for killing 2 people at a Black Lives Matter protest last year in Wisconsin, might make a good congressional intern, and said his office may reach out to see if he wanted to help the country in, and I quote, additional ways. So according to the good congressman here, this killer was just helping out the country. You see how the narrative changes? A young Trayvon Martin who has Skittles and sweet tea, he's obviously a thug, right? I mean, what else is somebody going to assume if you're black and you're walking at night and you have the audacity to wear a hoodie, right? So we want to say that Kyle Rittenhouse is a child. Trayvon Martin, the victim, was an adult, according to their narrative. Let me explain to you what's happening with Kyle Rittenhouse, the person who committed murder, in my opinion, okay? Yes, he was exonerated by a jury, had the most favorable judge, Judge Schroeder, had the most favorable judge imaginable. So now they want to make sure, I'm talking about those on the right, they want to make sure that Rittenhouse does not become Zimmerman. They're offering him jobs in the U.S. Congress. He's not qualified. They're offering him now awards and honors. He does not deserve them. And now Marjorie Taylor Greene, what has she done? She has filed a resolution to introduce a bill that would award Kyle Rittenhouse the Congressional Gold Medal. Kid you not. GOP Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced a bill this week to award a congressional medal to Kyle Rittenhouse, the 18-year-old who was recently found not guilty of murder after he fatally shot 2 people and injured a third during a civil unrest in Kenosha, Wisconsin last summer. Greene introduced the bill on Tuesday, along with the summary that read, to award a congressional gold medal to Kyle H. Rittenhouse, who protected the community of Kenosha, Wisconsin during a Black Lives Matter riot on August 25th.
During the course of our long conversation, Kyle Rittenhouse struck us as bright, decent, sincere, dutiful, and hardworking. Exactly the kind of person you'd want many more of in your country. What a sweet kid. I think that comes through loud and clear. Playing hearts in jail. One of the very few people in downtown Kenosha that night who was there for the right reasons. Imagine putting that kid in jail.
Here's what I imagine. I imagine the truth of what he said days before he killed protesters in Kenosha. Here's what he said that the jurors were not allowed to listen to because of Judge Schroeder. Here it is.
Bro, I wish I had my all right, start shooting rounds at them.
I wish I had my gun, my weapon, my AR. I would start shooting rounds at them. That would be murder, Kyle. That would be murder.
I have to say, I'm elated that Kyle Rittenhouse is getting his life back and that he's not going to spend the rest of his life in prison. But a part of this feels bittersweet. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Like we're even having to go through this process, that we're even at the end of our seats wondering, is this guy going to get his life back? Or are people going to be so fearful of mob justice and of people coming after their families, they're just going to vote the way that the mainstream media and legacy media wants them to? It's sickening to me also because of his age. And I'm talking about when this actually took place. He was a 17-year-old kid. His life is never going to be the same, right? You don't come out of this and as the same person that you were going into this. This is a kid that was smeared as a domestic terrorist and a white supremacist, not just by media members, but by the now sitting president of the United States. Then he was campaigning for the president of the United States. This is problematic. So for me right now, I'm going to be completely honest. I want vengeance. Like I want to make sure that Kyle until he's 92 years old is suing every single person from LeBron James to Joe Biden to the people that are in Congress, Ayanna Pressley. This is not over for me. It doesn't feel like a win.
So let me get this right, Candace Owens. Kyle Rittenhouse, a kid, Trayvon Martin, a thug. I'm just trying to understand your linear logic here. So let me tell you what's happening, and I shared this yesterday on Indisputable. They want to make sure that Kyle Rittenhouse does not become Zimmerman. Zimmerman is a loser, but he was a loser before. They want to make sure they protect Kyle Rittenhouse, that they provide cover and protection, that they provide jobs for him. He has multiple job offers from members of Congress. What qualification? Oh, he killed 2 people who were protesting in a Black Lives Matter demonstration. That is the only qualification he needs, according to the members of Congress who have offered him a job.